What kind of tile can you put on the wall or shower? Do you have to seal tile? How much extra tile should I buy for my project? What thin set is the best for my tile application? How hard is it to maintain natural stone? You have questions, we have answers. Welcome to the BELK Tile Podcast. How to style the bathroom, the backyard, the kitchen. How to improve your home style with tiles to make your home absolutely beautiful. Welcome to the BELK Tile Podcast. Here's your host, Mike Belk.
Hey everyone, happy Friday, and welcome back to the BELK Tile Podcast. I'm Mike, and as always, I'm here with my cohort, Abby.
Hi everybody, and yes, happy Friday.
I am glad this week is almost over. This has been a crazy, hectic week.
I know what you mean. Not only here at work, but school sports are starting up, so extra trips and trying to get everyone to where they need to be.
Ah, yes, it is that time of year. School sports, school shopping, the hustle and bustle.
The sad part of that is summer is almost over.
I know I say this a lot, but this summer and time in general are just going way too fast.
Oh, I agree with that. The older I get, the faster it seems to go.
For sure, on the speed. Okay, today we're diving into what's hot for kitchen tile in 2025. Abby, I gotta say, this year is all about making a statement, right?
Absolutely, Mike. I mean, if you thought last year's trends were bold, 2025 is taking it up a notch. Designers are really leaning into texture. Think fluted ceramics, geometric reliefs, and even those vintage Delft patterns. I've seen so many kitchens lately where the backsplash is basically the star of the show.
Yeah, and Petra McKenzie and Mary Patton, those designers we've mentioned before, they're both big on this. Petra's all about those textural patterns, whether it's built right into the tile or by mixing shapes and sizes. And Mary, she's got a soft spot for those hand-painted Delft tiles. They add that timeless European vibe, but still feel fresh in a modern kitchen.
I love that you brought up Delft. There's something about that blue and white that just never goes out of style, but it's not just about vintage. Large format tiles are everywhere now. Fewer grout lines, sleeker look, and honestly, it makes cleaning so much easier. I had a client who wanted a super minimal kitchen, and we went with these oversized porcelain tiles that looked like natural stone. It was stunning.
That's the hot trend, or honestly the trend that has been going on, right? Porcelain that looks like marble or even wood. I'll admit I used to be a bit of a purist, give me the real thing or nothing. But these new porcelains are so convincing, and they're tough as nails. Plus, a lot of them are made with recycled content now, so you get the look and the eco-friendly angle.
Exactly. And it's funny, last week I was at a supplier and they had these fluted ceramic tiles in this deep forest green. I immediately thought of your model kitchen at BELK Tile, Mike. Didn't you use something similar in your display?
Yeah, we did. We set up a display with fluted tiles as the backsplash paired with a big slab-look countertop. Designers kept coming in, running their hands over the tile, asking about the texture. It's like people want that tactile experience now, not just something that looks good in photos. And honestly, it's been a hit with folks who want something trendy, but not so out there that it'll feel dated in a year.
That's the sweet spot, trend meets timeless. And I think that's what's driving a lot of these choices. People want kitchens that feel warm, lived in, and a little bit personal, not just a white box. We're seeing more earthy tones too, terracotta, burgundy, even some deep greens. It's a big shift from the all-white kitchens we talked about a couple years ago.
Yeah, and it's not just about color, it's about mixing materials. Stone, wood, metal. I mean, we could do a whole episode just on that. Actually, maybe we should. But for now, let's talk about what's happening with backsplashes, because that's where a lot of the innovation is happening this year.
So, backsplashes in 2025, where do we even start? Terrazzo is back, and not just in flooring. I'm seeing terrazzo tiles in all kinds of colorways, from subtle neutrals to wild, confetti-like patterns. It's playful, but still feels refined.
Yeah, and matte black tiles are still going strong. We talked about black tile trends a couple episodes ago, but now it's showing up in backsplashes, especially paired with lighter cabinets. It's got that minimalist, high contrast look that people love.
And geometric shapes, hexagons, chevrons, you name it. I had a client in the city who wanted something really unique, so we did a color gradient glass tile backsplash. It started as a pale blue at the bottom and faded up to white. The whole kitchen felt brighter and more open, and it totally changed the mood of the space. I mean, it's not for everyone, but if you want a kitchen that feels like you, that's the way to go.
That's awesome. And, mirrored tiles are making a comeback too, especially in smaller kitchens. They bounce light around and make the space feel bigger. I've seen people use them as an accent behind the stove or even as a full backsplash if they're feeling bold.
And then there's the whole slab trend. People are skipping individual tiles and going for a full slab of marble or granite as the backsplash. It's seamless, super luxe, and honestly, it's easier to clean. But it's not just about looks. There's a lot of tech coming into play now. Have you seen those smart tiles, Mike?
Yeah, I have. Tiles that change color, respond to touch, even have temperature controls. I'll admit I'm still wrapping my head around Wi-Fi enabled tiles, but it's happening. Some of these are a little high maintenance, but if you want your kitchen to feel like something out of a sci-fi movie, it's an option.
And let's not forget about sustainability. More people are asking for recycled glass, eco-friendly ceramics, and even tiles made from reclaimed materials. It's not just a trend, it's becoming the expectation, especially with younger homeowners. I think it's great. You get all these cool looks, and you're doing something good for the planet.
Yeah, and it's interesting how all these trends, tech, sustainability, bold design are kind of coming together. It's not just about picking a pretty tile anymore. It's about how it feels, how it works, and what it says about you. And that brings us to something I've been noticing. People are really mixing things up, pulling inspiration from all over the world and from different eras. It's not just one style fits all anymore.
Right, and that's where the global and vintage influences come in. Moroccan, Mediterranean, even retro patterns, they're all showing up in modern kitchens. I've seen mosaic hoods, tiled kitchen islands, and even furniture with tile inlays. It's like people want their kitchens to tell a story, not just look good on Instagram.
Yeah, and I think that's why we're seeing more tiled furniture like waterfall islands clad in tile or even built-in seating with mosaic details. It's a way to add texture and personality without going overboard. And those metallic accent tiles, gold, copper, silver, they're popping up as little flashes of glamour, especially in otherwise neutral kitchens.
It's funny because tile trends really do run in cycles. Subway tile, for example, it's never really gone away, but now people are playing with it. Vertical stacks, bold grout colors, mixing it with handmade or patterned tiles. I had a client who wanted a classic white subway tile, but we did it in a herringbone pattern with navy grout, and suddenly it felt totally new.
I get a lot of folks who come in wanting to do something bold like a full statement wall, but then they get nervous and ask, is this going to look dated in 5 years? And I always say, if you love it, go for it. Trends come and go, but personality never goes out of style. And honestly, mixing styles like pairing a vintage Moroccan tile with a modern slab countertop can make a kitchen feel unique and lived in.
Totally, and I think that's the big takeaway for 2025. Don't be afraid to mix it up. Whether it's global patterns, vintage touches, or a little bit of tech, it's all about making your kitchen feel like you. And if you're not sure where to start, just pick one thing you love and build around it. The rest will follow.
Couldn't have said it better. And hey, if you're still on the fence about subway tile versus a bold statement wall, maybe try both. Do a classic backsplash and then go wild on the island or the hood. There's no rule book here, just what feels right for your space.
And if you need a little inspiration, you know where to find us. We'll be back soon with more tile talk, so keep those questions coming. Mike, always a pleasure chatting trends with you.
Same to you, Abby. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll catch you next time on the BELK Tile Podcast. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
You've been listening to the BELK Tile Podcast. When it comes to creating a beautiful home using tile, this is the podcast for products, design ideas, and tips. We hope you got some useful, practical information from this show, and we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, reach out. The website is www.belktile.com. Our store phone number is 614-543-8334. Find us on Facebook and Twitter at BELK Tile and on Instagram at BELK Tiles. Make sure to leave a rating and review. And if you have questions or comments, reach out. And we'll talk about it on the next show. Till next time.